to invite some of our best and brightest just to come and talk to you a little bit about their journey. They created the world of fantasy that you're seeing around us today. And I want to proudly present Jason and Maria.
I would like to say when I came here as a student, I was new to Nairobi as well. So everything seemed strange. And I had to learn the lifestyle as well, not just with the school, with the city as well. And it made me grow a lot as a person and a designer. It opened my eyes as to I could see art when I'm going home. I could see art when I'm coming to college, or even if I'm in the supermarket. I'm busy like walking around the aisles, seeing how I can change this product. That made my mind open a lot. And I'm sure all of you are curious as to what they showcase here, and I was the same way 2 years back. And I promise you it's worth it. If you join here, it will grow you as a person and as a creative.
When I joined ADMI, or actually before I joined ADMI, I used to think I was a professional. But I was proven wrong when I came to understand that there was more to it than what I knew back then. Because in the world of sound, there's a lot of aspects that come into play. It's not just about music. When I joined ADMI, I thought it was going to be, all about mixing and mastering, and that's the end of the story. But I came to learn that there are other things that, go into being a sound engineer. There's areas like film and live sound that I had no idea about. Lecturers like Mr. Karumba, who's stood at the back there, introduced me to location sound, recording, and how to use Pro Tools to synchronize my work. We also have Peter Karumba, who introduced me to live sound, and having these two extra aspects really opened my mind, and it made things easier. Like, for example, if you're in a studio and you need a live recording of a guitar or something, you have to depend on your skills when it comes to recording a live performance in order to get the right fidelity of sound.
The thing I'm excited for you guys to see today is how talented my classmates are. I speak in behalf of them because they are actually one of the most talented people in this school that I've seen personally and worked with personally. So I'm excited for you guys to see their work and definitely to see my work too. Even though we are a handful, we're not many in our class, but our work really compensates for the amount of creativity and innovation and talent that the class has. So I'm excited for you guys to see that. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Having my work displayed today feels so amazing. It's exciting because I've never had my work displayed before, so this is my first, so I'm really excited and it feels so amazing. What emotion I hope my art conveys is fun, happiness, a nice vibey feeling of Kenyan, African.
I can't really put it into words, the feeling you get when people are going to be able to see your work. It feels really good.
It's the first time experience for me, because especially in real life, in person, because most of the time I present my work online and that's how people see it. But I've never really been in a position to showcase it in front of people and people visually telling me what they think about my work. So it's the first time and I'm looking forward to the rest of the day. Because I really love nature, be it documentaries. So I feel like that has developed as I've grown up and matured. So my main inspiration is just nature itself and capturing it on my lens.
Very proud of myself. I'm happy that I got the opportunity to display my work today. Yeah, it's a very proud moment for me. I get my inspiration from different aspects of my life. I'm a lover of travel, cars, culture, which happens to be the Maasai community. So I base most of my inspiration on those few aspects.
When I joined ADMI, I saw people hanging up their work because that's how maybe the previous exhibition happened and they leave the work to be there for students to see. So when you're walking into class and you see all those artworks, I'm like, man, when will my work be displayed? And now that it's here, it feels so good. And at the same time, I feel so proud of myself that I was able to work hard the 2 years that I spent in this college has made me work this much, and I was able to prove myself that yes, I'm also one of those people who can achieve greatness.
My role in the Grand Atelier Student Exhibition was creative director, and that by default makes me part of the planning team. The film I'm showcasing today is the first film I ever did as a student with my class. It has mistakes, yes, but it's part of where we're coming from. It's part of the journey, and I'm super happy for people to see it.
I found out about this from a friend who's Kozia. I love how everybody's work, together with what they've learned, came into place with their talent.
Beautiful, honestly. Beautiful was my first impression. Went around, read more, looked at more, and it just opened my mind up, really, mind-opening. I knew about artists, but not this kind of artists. Yeah.
I am the program officer for student programming here at ADMI. So today at this exhibition, I was kind of the project lead. So I handle anything to do with student programming, the student experience. So I oversaw the project manager, so Brian Amolo, and assisted him and supervised the rest of the team in making sure this happens. And it has. We're here, it's happening. You know, exhibitions allow them to learn how the professionalism that comes into like organizing an event, the professionalism comes into showing up on time, getting your work printed out, getting like how do you design putting it up, how else can you showcase your work. So we've really worked with, you know, getting the students to think more creatively. We have some, you know, some animation students who not only have printed out their work but have, you know, animations like running on the screen. So really pushing them to get creative, to think about how we can engage, you know, the general audience and like potential employers and, you know, other folks. So I think it's such a thing, it's such an important lesson for them to learn to be professional and creative. It's a big collaborative work, right? So you've got to have like really good checklists and ensure that, you know, you're doing check-ins to make sure people are meeting the deadlines and are doing what they need to be doing. And, you know, building that culture of teamwork, because a big event like this, regardless of, you know, an exhibition in general, regardless of the scale of it, if it's like really big or even at this scale or like even smaller, you need to work with people. So I would really recommend like building that culture of teamwork, check-ins, and timeliness. Meeting deadlines is huge. Yes.
I was the project manager, just helping guide them into bringing their vision to life. So usually they are the ones who come up with the look and feel, they come up with the brand identity, and then my job is just to help them get it to like a high standard. The idea was for them to just show that little bit of something classical, something fantasy oriented, something that is sort of like creating that imaginary world that people can delve into. Because I think that was a very integral part in just their creative process, even in their own personal creative lives. And so when they started to think about what kind of thing can we bring up for this particular exhibition, that was what resonated with them. Yeah, I think they've done well. Yeah. There's that saying that we come as one, but we stand on the shoulders of thousands. This is the 7th time, and it just feels like every single time we see something extra, we see something more different. I think we're creating that culture, we're creating that tradition of putting your best foot out there, letting yourselves be seen. And we are hoping that this can continue becoming a premier event where talent is sought after. There's no business in the world that doesn't need the skills that these students possess. So we want this to be a premier event for people to come and hunt for talent. And I think we're on our way there, for sure. Be brave, believe in your talent, believe in your creativity, participate in that process. You're not going to get it perfect the first time, but participate in that process. Do not be afraid to have your stuff be seen, because that process of just you showing yourself, putting yourself out there, that's how you're going to learn, that's how you're going to connect with other opportunities. And I think these people are like an example of that. We've seen people from here land jobs in agencies, film studios, recording studios, and the list goes on and on. Some have even secured talent to act in their movies, all happening from an exhibition like this. So have the bravery to put yourself out there. I know it's not easy. Even me, I remember the first exhibition I ever did. I don't know if I slept the night before, but it's a huge part of now the creative process, yeah.